Hello and welcome to Teccles Cake, where, as always, we are talking tech and encouraging our diabetes by eating cake. And this week we are lucky enough, or Max is lucky enough, to have got himself hold of an Apple Watch. So we're just going to give you a few first impressions. He's only had it for about 18 hours and tell you what we think of it. So,
yes. It is also, just to clarify, it's the sports watch. So there are 3 versions. This is the cheapest version. But you know what? It's not too much different from the next one up, which is really all you're paying for is a different screen. You've got the Sapphire in that one.
And it's about 300 quid more.
It's about 300 quid manufactured, and you also get a fancier strap and stuff. But with this one, you get it in 2 different colours. There's 2 different sizes as well. Straps, I think it's probably about 6 or different colours that you can choose from there. This is the 42mm version one, so it's the bigger of the 2. And I've got to say, it doesn't actually look that big.
I was surprised by how sort of nice and I thought it was going to be huge, but no, it looks like sort of a perfect size. Really.
Initially, I thought when they were talking about it that it was going to look like a mini iPhone just sort of strapped to your wrist, but it actually, I think it pulls it off. It looks quite nice. I think
the smaller one would be too small for a man.
Yeah, for a man.
There's some buyer's advice.
Exactly.
Anyway.
I mean, if you look at that thumb on it, even smaller than that would be a bit weird, I reckon. But looking at beyond that, we get the lovely, what's called the digital crown on the side here. And it looks like, you know, what you'd have on a traditional watch that you use to wind the time. But what you do with this one, you click it and it brings you to the home screen. So you've got your apps on there. And as you can notice, I mean, I personally think they're a little bit small for my sausage fingers to press. But they can actually go smaller using this to zoom in. So if you can have more apps to zoom out, sorry. But also it's to zoom in. But unfortunately, that is the biggest that they go. But the idea is that some things are going to be a bit fiddly using your fingers, so using this is a really nice tactile way to scroll through stuff quickly, select it by pressing the button on the side without having your finger also covering the screen. Because it's such a small screen, you know, you're not going to be able to see what's going on. So we get through to there. This one, just to say, the other button on there, so you can see that on the GoPro, that's what you're used to being like the power button on a normal iPhone. That actually just brings up your contacts. So one press of that brings up your contacts, and you can swizzle through them on here and call them or do whatever you want to do. So initial impressions, quite cool, I think. Like, looks nice, definitely looks...
Actually better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. It looks nicer than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, when you first turn it on, you have to connect your phone to it. And that's one thing that's quite important, is that you have to have your phone with you at all times. It uses the Bluetooth in your phone. Initially, you have to have Wi-Fi on as well, but that's just so it can install apps. And so what it does is it goes through and it finds all the apps you have which are compatible. And as you can see on here, I've got quite a few. You can choose which ones appear in it, so they don't all have to go on it. You can also choose the options. You don't do settings on this because it would be a bit fiddly. You do it all through here. And so you can choose notifications, you can choose how an app is going to act, where it's going to be. You can even choose where it actually sits on the face. So it's all very nice. It's all nice to use. It uses Bluetooth, so maybe it's going to use battery, but you know, so far I haven't really noticed that. And I think that the idea of this with the notifications is that you're not having to constantly turn your phone on and check the screen. And as we all know, the screen is what drains most battery life. So I'm not going to complain about that just yet. Feels nice to have on the wrist. And I think the last thing I will say is the vibrations feel lovely. Like really, really nice.
We like. At Teccles Cake, we're a big fan of vibrations. Always have been.
Just touch in general is nice.
Now, is it more that, or is it more sort of that?
Well, it's kind of neither of those ones. But the thing is, I was a bit worried about it being a bit kind of oi, oi, oi. But it's more like, hey. I'm not sure if that was the first or second. I think both of his, Tommy's touches are so gentle, he doesn't know what he's doing. But yeah, that's it. It was pretty exciting, like just to have the first time that it went woo and do a nice little vibration on the wrist. So yeah, we'll wait and see. You know, we'll give it a little time. Obviously, we'll give it a full review once we've got to grips with it properly. But initial reactions are that yes, I think that for something that I was initially quite skeptical of, I'm quite excited. But maybe I'm just one of those Apple douchebags that just likes having the new sexy cool thing. Who knows? But either way, we're going to talk about more of the features. We'll give you a full review later on. So yeah, click on those videos and check out what else we have to say about the new Apple Watch.